It is a color changing Betta. Why is this so much cheaper? Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I am at School of Fish, which I haven't been to in like over a month, but make sure you guys go check them out. I'll leave the information down below. And I was actually just talking with my subscriber, one of my subscribers who works here. You know who you are. He doesn't want to be on camera, but shout out to him. We're gonna go ahead and set up a Betta tank today. So I haven't set up a Betta tank in like 3 months. And the reason I'm setting it up is because now I have an empty 5-gallon. I've been planning to get this Betta. It is a color changing Betta. If you guys don't know what that is, you're gonna have to stay tuned for the video where I buy the Betta. But today we're gonna go ahead and set up the tank. And this is gonna be pretty much my dream tank. So we're gonna do some different rock work, plants, driftwood, everything in this tank. And after I set up this tank, probably in like a week or two, I'm gonna go ahead and actually upgrade Lila's tank, my other Betta. You're just gonna keep walking back and forth? You're just gonna keep walking back and forth. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and after I set up this tank in like a week or two, I'm gonna go ahead and redo Lila's tank and like deck that thing out, and it's gonna look really cool. So let's go ahead and pick out some driftwood, some rocks for the tank, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just a few things in the store. And then we're gonna go ahead and go set up the tank. So let's go. First, we're gonna go ahead and pick out some driftwood. This is some of the selection of driftwood they have. But for right now, I'm just gonna pick out a few pieces, and then we'll go to like the other sections where they have driftwood. And if they have something I like better, then we'll get that. So we're gonna get this piece because I really like how like spider-y it is. It's spiderwood, but you know, honestly, I don't know why they call it spiderwood, because spiders have 8 legs, 6 legs. They have some amount of legs, and they don't like look like this. Spiders don't look like this.
8 legs.
8 legs, whatever. I think I want to get these 2 pieces, maybe. Either way, we're gonna start with these 2 pieces, and let's go over to like the other wood and stone. So let's turn around and go. Like, I'm not gonna get plants today, but like low-key, kind of want to. Cause like they low-key look nice. But here's what it is. I wonder what it. Dang, only $7.99. Why is this so much cheaper? Because I paid like $20 for a piece that like didn't weigh anything. Okay, well I like this piece too, but I like these. This is difficult. Then we're gonna go ahead and get some dragon stone because I've been wanting to use this in a tank for the longest time now. I think this will be some really nice stone. They also have mountain stone though, which I really like. And we got the plants back at the house, so. All right, so forgot to show you guys things that they have there. But we got some driftwood, we got some dragon stone. Really excited to set up this tank. But we're gonna go over to PETCO because they didn't have the substrate that I wanted. PETCO. Alrighty, so back at the fish room and using all of this stuff and maybe some other stuff as well. We got rocks, driftwood, the best substrate for plants. We got some plants here. We got some substrate to go underneath that. We got a bunch of stuff and rocks and some other stuff as well to turn this tank right here into a very, very cool Betta tank. My plan is when I'm done with this tank, hopefully in this video, I don't plan to not be done in this video, but when this tank is done, I am hoping for it to be my favorite tank ever. Albert's tank, it does need a little cleaning, so don't mind it. I gotta do a little bit of a gravel vac on the bottom, but his tank, when I redid it, was my favorite tank. It is a little low as well. I gotta do that after this video, but if you guys didn't see the video where I redid his tank, definitely check that out. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to talk too much, so let's go ahead and make our Betta tank. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, drain some water, move it up to the top shelf so we have better access to it. Plus it'll look a lot better, I think. And maybe we'll move Lila's tank up next to this one in like a week or so when I redo her tank. So maybe that's what we'll do, I don't know. But let's go ahead and finish setting up. We gotta start setting up this tank because like I'm too excited, it's gonna look amazing. So let's go ahead and actually set up the tank. 3, 2, 1. So I'm not exactly sure why. I put the sand in the bottom of the tank for a second. I mean, it's still in there, but I put it in there because I was thinking something else. So it's just gonna stay in there. It's not a big deal. But right here is the Fluval Stratum plant substrate. This stuff is pretty expensive. I don't have it in any other tank, but I am going to use it for this one because eventually I want to have this in all of my tanks because they are with live plants. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in, and yeah. I put the substrate in, like I said, probably will use more, but let's go ahead and I'm gonna rinse off all the dragonstone that we have right here, and probably add some more substrate, and then we'll start positioning the dragonstone everywhere, the driftwood that I have as well, and the plants. So let's get doing that. Alright, so the rocks are now rinsed really well. I mean, some people do clean them with like a toothbrush and stuff to really get in like the little grooves and stuff, but I'm not too worried about it. If I see that they're like really dirty, once the tank is filled up, then maybe I'll, you know, take them out and scrub them down really well. But we have 3 rocks here to work with. These 3 rocks to work with, we got driftwood, we have plants and everything. So let's go ahead and just start setting up these rocks and make it look really nice. Okay, so I finally got this middle rock to stay right here, so it's okay. Well, it was more sturdy a second ago. So I have to like still kind of figure out like the whole rock situation, but there's 3 of them, so that'll look pretty cool. I also placed this driftwood back here. I know the time lapse kind of cut out. That's because the camera battery died and the space ran out and I didn't even notice. So I do have 2 other pieces of driftwood here, still playing around with everything. I don't even know if all of what's in here is gonna stay. I have no idea. Plus we still have plants to put in, so there is some work still to do this tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe do a time lapse, maybe just like skip ahead, but I'm gonna go ahead and figure out at least the setup for the rocks, then we can kind of go from there. So let's do that. So I definitely made a mistake, and I share my mistakes with you guys because I want you guys to learn too. But yeah, I definitely needed to rinse this substrate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a siphon, take this siphon, keep pumping it out, putting new water in until the water is clear. Then I'll go ahead and keep decorating because the large rock also fell, so that's not good. So I gotta do all that. So I've never had this substrate before. I just spent like 20 minutes rinsing it. Then I realized that like I just spent forever rinsing it. Like I said, I've never had the substrate, so I didn't realize that there are directions on how to like clean it and stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave it overnight, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna come back, and since the substrate is now already in there and it's rinsed, all I'm gonna do tomorrow, because it is like kind of stirred up a little bit, what I'm gonna do tomorrow is just come back tomorrow morning and basically just put all the decorations in. That's the fun part. I'm gonna leave it filled this much. This way here, I'll only have to fill it like 75% more instead of the full like 100% filling it. Plus at that water level, I can place everything in there and I'll see what it actually looks like underwater and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and I will see you guys in the morning because I made this mistake and I never used this like substrate before. So lesson learned. I read the instructions afterwards and now I wasted like 2 hours for no reason. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Alrighty guys, and it is 2 days later actually. I came here like last night and I thought I was able to finish the tank, but even though I read the directions about the substrate, I did not realize that like you just kind of have to let it settle, that when you rinse it, it'll actually never turn clear. So I bought the wrong substrate. I was supposed to get, I'll put a picture up somewhere. I thought this one would be just as good or just the same, or I don't know exactly what I thought, but I thought that it'd be whatever. With all that being said, last night, like I said, I actually was here for about 2 hours and actually finished up scaping the tank. I originally wanted the rocks to stand straight up, but I wasn't able to do that in this tank just yet. I may do it in Lila's tank when I redo her tank, but I'm not sure that I'm going to use Dragonstone because I want 2 completely, maybe not completely different setups next to each other, but at least 2 different aquascapes. I don't want to use the same driftwood, the same, you know, stone in Lila's tank when I put her tank next to this one. But this one looks absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to show you guys. So without further ado, let me stop talking and let's go ahead and roll some B-roll of the brand new, special, color-changing Betta tank. Here we go. So yes, this right here is the brand new Betta tank. Now, I've mentioned a couple times and in the title and everything that this tank is for a color changing Betta. I'm not gonna go ahead and tell you guys what kind of Betta it is, other than the fact that it changes colors all throughout its life. Don't cheat, don't go look it up if you don't know. Stay tuned for the video where I pick out the Betta fish for this tank. I don't know if that'll be Thursday's video or Saturday's video, but one of the two. I will be going and getting the Betta for this tank right here. So it is going to be really exciting for me to get this Betta because first of all, I've wanted this specific Betta for a very long time. I've never used a black substrate, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get a black background because, you know, I want to hide the air tube and the, you know, switch for the light and everything, just because it looks a little plus, you know, you can see the pole back there in through the tank. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a black background for this tank. I don't have a background on any of my tanks, but I think this one specifically will do really well. So yeah, this is gonna look really, really nice, especially when I have the black background on there. It'll really just make the whole thing pop, like the inside of the tank plus the Betta. And I will put a divider here when I put Lila's tank, just so that, you know, he doesn't like keep flaring at her. It doesn't stress him out or her out or anything. And there's a really big surprise that I cannot tell you guys yet, but it will be coming within the next 2.5 months. So within the next 2.5 months, you guys are gonna see something that's gonna like blow your minds. It's gonna be really, really exciting. I can't talk about it too much because I just wanna tell you guys and I can't, but just know that if you hit that subscribe button, you turn that post notification bell on, really, really soon, things are gonna be changing. This way here, when that time comes, because it could be 3 weeks from now, could be 4 weeks from now, you guys get notified when that change happens. And I will make a whole video about it, and after that, it is just like, shoo! That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys comment down below, hit that like button, subscribe button, turn the post notification bell on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.